This is slightly different. So what exactly cohort analysis? This is another powerful analytical technique. So using this technique, you can track and analyze the customer behavior over time. Here also we are doing some kind of grouping based on the common characteristic. Okay. Some people, right, some set of customers, they always buy organic product. They are more particular about buying organic products. You group those kind of customers. The see the in this case you might be wondering what exactly based on a common characteristics. You are grouping the customers based on a common characteristics. What does that exactly mean? So, like I said, there are some group of people, right? They prefer more buying the organic product. It can be, the based on a common character could be like, the time based also. You made your first purchase on January month, like you. Other 20 customers, they made their first purchase in your shop on the January month. So net in January month, including you, 21 customers, they made their first purchase in your shop. Similarly, in February month, which all customers they made purchase in my first purchase in my shop. In March month, which all customers they made their first purchase in my shop. Based on that also, you are going to group the customers. Okay. Okay, cohorts are some nothing but we can say cohorts is kind of a batch. So let's say every month, the Power BI batch is we are starting in Power BI batch or MLOps batch, data science batch, or AWS cloud batch. We are starting every month, right? So each month, those students they join. So they are part of our. They are called cohort one, cohort two, cohort three. Okay, first batch, second batch, third batch. Cohort one, cohort two, cohort three. Because the group of customers they share the same starting point. January month, the almost at least 10 people they joined the first batch, and February month they joined 15, something like that. Okay, and we have something called cohort index. That is the one measures time progression from the cohort's starting point. Okay, month zero, month one, and so on, and then retention tracking. Okay, analyzes, right? It analyzes how many customers return in subsequent months. Okay, subsequent. Let's say if for January 1st, customers came and subscribed for, let's we are into water cleaning service, tank water cleaning service. They subscribed for water cleaning with us. Every month they want this service. Every month they wanted to clean their overhead water tank cleaning, right? Like you and me, 10 more customers they subscribed for, they enrolled for this one, or they subscribed for the monthly tank cleaning. What happened second month? Some people are dropping. Maybe they are not happy with your service, or maybe as per their internal discussion with other members living in their apartment, they decided why every month we need it. Probably after every once in 3 months we'll do it. There could be various reasons. Basically, as part of cohort analysis, we wanted to understand the retention, right? We are going to track the retention, right? How many customers are returning in subsequent months? Okay, January month they underwent they subscribed for our service. Are they continuing in these? The first batch or still continuing with the second batch? Are they continuing with this third cycle, fourth cycle? Okay, so while doing the analysis, you will get to know how many people are dropping. You will get to know how many people are dropping. Okay, percentage, right? So and also you will get to know how much percentage of customers who continue subscribing your service. Okay, so with that, by doing the analysis, cohort analysis, you can identify the customer's loyalty and churn patterns. Which customers are they left our service, or they left our business, and you need to come up with some retention strategy. If they don't prefer to continue with your service in the, for example, January month they subscribed for the service, water cleaning service. In February month they don't come back, right? That means it's a pattern for churn. Churn means, what do you mean by churn? CHURN. The attrition. They did not come back to you. They left you. Okay, churn. Okay, that is a churn pattern. Okay, you can see that second month they did not come back. So you need to come up with a return strategy. You need to call the customer, what is their problem and why the reason, if they come back with the valid reason, then it is fine. If they say, no, no, we changed our mindset once in 2 months or once in 3 months. If we do the clean, that is enough because of budget constraints, fine. The customer says, there is something wrong with the service quality. You promised to visit on 10th, but you visited on 15th and you took longer time, okay, and to clean the overhead tank and sump. We have concern. So what you do is, right, you can convince them by saying that, no, next time onwards it will not happen. I'm going to send other people, something like that. So what we do is, in Power BI, we conduct this analysis and visualize the pattern using the tables or heat map to do the trend analysis or something like that. Okay. Got it. One second. I just now we will get into the Power BI desktop, and before that, let us see the steps that are involved here. Okay. So collect transaction data like RFM analysis, right? Here also you need the data. So if you want to do any analysis or if you want to create any report, obviously you need to have the data, right? So and then you need to find out first. You need to find out the purchased date, first purchase date of for each customer, and then merge the first purchase date back to the main table, and then extract the cohort month and transaction month. You need to extract these two things from your transaction day and then calculate the cohort index. That's all, guys. Very simple. And then count customers per cohort. Each batch, how many customers are there? Okay. In case of any any reduction in the customers, right? Then it is cause for the concern. I just go to the Power BI desktop, and here I'm just checking other data set. We have used some other data set. One second, let me just check what data set we have it. Okay, what we will do is, better we will use the same data set so that there should not be any confusions. I remember, yes, I use the same data set to come up with the cohort index. Okay, so that we don't have to reload the data and all. Okay, and what I will do is I will just one second. Somebody is calling me. One second. Give me a second. I'll come back. Now we will proceed with exploring how to perform the cohort analysis using the same data. Okay, here I am going to the Power Query editor. What is the first step here? We will go and refer it here again. The first step is collecting, loading the data. I'm going to the same data. Get first purchase date for each customer. How do you get the first purchase for each customer? So what I'll do is, I just in the Power Query editor, I will duplicate this data, the same data. Okay. Since the number of records are less, I'm going to duplicate it. And here I want to find out the first purchase date. Okay. 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 Sorry. Here I did the group by, right. Okay. Okay. One second. Okay. I should have taken the previous one. I just go to the change the type up to this. Okay. Okay. I will just go here. I just undo everything. Okay. Here. So this is our original data, right? This is what our original data, but this is where we could see RFM, and this is what our cohort analysis. Here, what I do is, I just go and find out the first purchase date, right? How do you find out the first recent purchase date? How will you find out? Using max. If you take the maximum date, right? Max of transaction date, that one give you the recent purchase date. If you want to find out the first purchase date, you need to find out the minimum on the transaction date. And go to the transform ribbon. I'm going to click on group by, and here I'm going to use this customer ID. And here what I do is I just select the minimum on the transaction date to get the first purchase date. Okay. I'm going to hit OK. So now this one shows me, okay, what I'll do is I'm going to rename it with some meaningful name. First purchase date. So here it shows the C01. This customer bought it on 15th January. This guy bought it on 10th Feb, 20th Feb, and the 10th, 10/10/2024. Right. So these are the first purchase date of these customers. You can see the original run, right? The same customer might have bought it in several times. It's a lot of transactions. If you see C01, it appears multiple, and look at C01, C01 multiple times. So we don't care about how many number of orders or invoices raised by C001, how many number of times he purchased it. Rather, out of all the purchase made by each and every customer, you want to know when was their first purchase. What is the next step? The next step is merge first purchase date back to the main table. So the main table is okay. What I do is I just duplicate this first here. Somehow, right, we need to have the original data. I'm going to undo this step. This is my original data. Okay, what I will do is, okay, I just rename this with some meaningful name. Rename. This is my RFM analysis. And this is my original table. And here I'm going to remove the 1 second. This is the one contains. So this is the one contains the original date, right? I just rename it as retail transactions. This is my original table. Transactions. Now what I need to do is I need to merge this first purchase date with the table. Okay, rename it. I need to do a left join. So in the join SQL, you have different types of joins are there. Left join, right join, full outer join, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a left join with my original table. So here, if you see here, merge first purchase date back to the main table. Okay, so this is where you need to be little bit cautious. Okay, so do I need to do the left outer join? Sorry, on the left side of the table, can I use the merge or the other one? Okay. So what I'll do is 1 second. I will. Okay, my left table is this one. See, first I'm going to select my original table, and then if you go here, you will find something called the home ribbon. If you click on it, you will find the merge queries. And here I'm going to click on the drop down next to the merge query. See, still I'm in Power Query Editor. In the Power Query Editor, I just selected the home ribbon. On the extreme right side of the home ribbon, you will find the merge queries. I'm going to select the second option, merge queries as new. Now I take this table and I do the left join with the other table, the first purchase date. So now I need to select the common column between these two tables. Guys, remember whenever you join the table, you need to make sure that you need to have the common column exist in both the table. Okay? Column, all the columns may not be same, but at least one column should be common between the tables. Here customer ID customer is common between these two tables. And here the left outer join. If you click on the drop down, you can see different types of joins. Left outer join, I'm going to do it. Okay. So that my left side, the retail transaction, the right side, this is the one is going to be there. So all the matching records from your left side will be retained. Okay. I just click on OK. And then the non-matching will value from the right side will also be there. Okay. Okay, Jnana Vaditya Reddy. Yes, Reddy, I'm recording it, don't worry, okay. So what we will do is, next one is, the next step is, I just go here and you can see you purchased it, right? First purchase. Here you can see the uh, arrow here, double arrow. I'm going to click on this one and I'm going to expand this and use original column name as prefix. I just unselect this and I'm going to hit OK. Yes, we have expanded this table also. That is also very much important. Okay, I have expanded this table. And then the next step is we are done. Okay. The next step is you need to extract the cohort month and transaction month. That is the next step. Look here, I just go back here, extract the cohort month and transaction month. Here, what I do is I just go ahead and add a custom column. Sorry, I'm going to click on the add column and I'm going to click on the custom column. In the custom column, what I do is I'm going to say it's a cohort month. First, we'll create a cohort month. I will tell you what exactly this one is. Cohort month. And then here, what I do is date dot to text. Date to text. I'm going to select the first purchase date. Extract only the month from the first purchase date. Okay, not everything. Comma YY hyphen MM. So why? So I told you I'm going to extract only the month from the first purchase date. Then why YY is coming before that? Because, for example, 12th month is there, 12 is there in 2024 also. 12th month is there in 2025 also, right? So which year, which month you need to know. For that purpose, I just use it. I'm going to hit OK now. Yes, now no error. We extracted the cohort month. Next one is we need to extract the transaction month. Okay, first purchase month and then the transaction, which month they did the transaction. For that, I'm going to add another column. So this is called your transaction month. And here, same way, I'm going to use the same function here. Remember these functions. Interview, they'll ask you, can you tell me the Power Query Editor related functions? Can you tell me at least 3 or 4 functions? Date, the duration dot, date, time, and those things and all I use, right? Date dot, you can tell them I used the date related function, okay? Here also I'm going to do to text, the same thing, to text, date to text, and within the parenthesis, I'm going to select the transaction date, comma, YYYMM. I'm going to hit OK now. Now we got this one also, right? And here I can see most of the things 00 is there. Maybe it's not having that much data here. Sorry, it must be, there is something wrong here. 1 second, current month. And here I will select this one and here I think it must be capital MM. See now there is something wrong, right? It should not be, see, by looking at this data, we can make out. So 00, how come all the months will become 0, right? The year is coming out clearly, but month was not displayed correctly. Hence, I suspected that it could be upper M. Yes. So now we can see that. So here you can see that the transaction happened on March 2024, but his first purchase date, first purchase month was January 2024 for this question. Now we can compare it side by side, isn't it? That's how we need to think logically, okay? And then yeah, we are done with this one, okay? The next one is we need to find out the cohort metrics, okay? And finally, what I do is I'm going to do the group by. The next step is what the next step here? The next step is 1 second here. It's not coming here. We extract the cohort month and transaction month. The calculate cohort index time since first purchase and then count customers per cohort. That is the next step we need to do it. So what I am going to do is now I am going to add another custom column. Okay, I'm going to say 1 second. Calculate cohort index, right? Since first purchase. Okay. We need to create something called cohort index. That is going to be yeah, a little bit lengthy command. We need to use it here. I'm going to say I'm going to take the transaction date. From there, I'm going to subtract the first purchase date. Okay. And then I'm going to multiply that by 12. And then I'm going to add the same thing. Okay. Add the same thing. Okay. So this is kind of, kind of cohort index. Okay. You can use different approaches also. This is the one we used it. Okay. As per our US customer. And what I do is I just take the year, date dot year. Remember this one function in Power Query Editor. The into the last queue and the date dot year. I'm subtracting only the year, guys, and then here I'm going to first purchase date. I'm going to use this one. Okay. So this is my, let's say, you have purchased the product on this year and this is first purchase date, right? Whatever the year is there, that one. Maybe, right, you would have purchased last year, first time. And then today also this month you purchased. As of now, right, you generate the repeat, right? So this year, okay, you're subtracting this year, okay? And then you are multiplying this one by 12, okay, into 12. I'll tell you why we need to multiply by 12 and plus I'm going to do the same thing here. Instead of year, I'm going to use month. Year, instead of year, here I'm going to use month. If you look here, I just type it 2 times. Date dot month. Okay, I just move it to the next line so that it will be readable. And I just transaction date dot month. Okay. And okay, for this, I have closed it, right? 1 second. When okay, I need to put one more. No, here, sorry, here I should have put one more. Yeah, for this parenthesis, we have closed parenthesis. For this one, we don't have the corresponding thing, right? Hence, we need to put one more here. Now only the OK button got enabled. Okay. As of now, some syntax error, the OK button was not enabled. Now everything is fine. So what we are doing here is we are going to create a cohort index. This is called your cohort index. So this is basically helps us to calculate how many months have passed since the customer's first purchase. They say you bought it in January 1st and recent transaction is this one. So here you want to find out since the first purchase, how many number of days passed, okay? But different project, different logic, they'll be using it. Okay, here, look here, date, I typed it 2 times mistakenly. Yeah, how come the OK button got enabled? Now the issue got resolved, okay. Any error comes, don't panic, okay? Yes, you are correct. Shweta, you are correct. Yeah, that's all right. So the next thing is you need to count the number of customers per cohort. Okay. That is the next thing that we need to do it. So what I am going to do is I'm going to do a group by again. Okay. Mm, I just go to the transaction ribbon. I'm going to click on the group by. Here I'm going to select the group by cohort month, and I'm going to select advanced one and then cohort index. With these two combination, I am going to do this one. Don't worry, I will again recap it. And then the count, okay, now we need to do is, okay, here we cannot do distinct here. That's the problem here, okay. So, okay, if I do distinct count, right? And here it is not displaying it here. There is a limitation here. It's not working here. Basically, I want to do the count on the customer ID column. It is not allowing me here, okay. Actually, it should allow anyhow, no problem. I just leave it as it is. As of now, we are done. I just click on the close and apply. I go to the page 2. I click on the plus sign so that let's not have any confusion. We will have sufficient space. Now we have the merge one. This is nothing but cohort, okay? And I'm going to create a new table. In this case, I'm going to drag and drop the cohort month. Where is the cohort month? I just select on this one. Ideally, we were supposed to do a group by on cohort month and cohort index, but unfortunately, it was not allowing us, right? What I'll do is I just select the customer ID also here. Okay. And in this case, what I do is in the cohort month, I just, okay, in the customer ID, what I do is I just do, the count of distinct, and month also I will do one thing. I will do the count distinct. So now we got this value, right? So 52222 0 1 2 3 4 and 43210, right? So sorry, 822221, right? Yes, we got this one. So here, what is this cohort month? The first purchase month of the customer, and then the cohort index is the number of months since the first purchase, number of months since the first purchase. And then the third one is the customer count. Customer count, okay? The count of customers active in the cohort. When you see here, right, the first time, right, 5 customers are there now. Sorry, 8 customers are there in the first cohort month, right? Fifth month, 8 customers were there. And then if you see here, right, they are dropping it from the eighth month, it dropped to 2, 2, 2, and finally 1. So this is clearly indicates that there is a significant risk here. The reason is, you are experiencing a drop in customers here. Okay, so in that case, it requires some kind of re-engagement or related or retention strategies. Okay, with this we can make out quickly. Customers are not continuing the business with us. Okay, they are dropping it. Customer who made their first purchase, right? In the eight customers were made the first purchase, but gradually they are falling down. So there is a risk here. Okay. So in that case, obviously, you need to take some measures to prevent the attrition or the churn. Churn or attrition, these two terms are same. That means, you need to prevent your customers from leaving you. You need to take a quick action. So what they do is, right, this one every month or so, they make this report and this report also part of their marketing analytics. Okay, they do it on a month-on-month basis, or at least every once in 15 days they do it to understand, which customers are risky customers, which customers are more likely to leave any time, right? These two analysis really helpful to keep a pulse on what is happening in your organization. So now you understood what is cohort analysis. Okay, it is using this analysis, we can track the customer behavior over time by grouping them based on the common characteristic. That is what cohort analysis is all about. So these are the steps involved. But again, the steps will vary based on based on your project, based on the business logic given by your customers. But this one will be a starting point for you to understand what exactly the RFM analysis is all about, what is cohort analysis is all about. So when the customer talks during the status call or the requirements gathering stage, or when they do the knowledge retention, you'll be able to understand what exactly these two things are. Okay. Fine, guys. With this, I'm going to wrap up the session. I'm going to stop.